Right, so a similar type of word picture. I've got my test coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Okay.
Yeah, and my instructor said today that we were going to look at my emerging.
Okay.
Yeah, that's emerging left and right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I got my test in a couple of weeks' time, and my instructor was who's gone off playing golf today because the weather's really good, and you were filling in for him. He drives exactly the same car as you, so I'm familiar with the controls. He said we were going to look at this emerging. We're just running through the different subjects, and we were going to look at emerging left and right today.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll hand it over to you.
So hello, Tony.
Hello, Marina. Are you all right?
My name's Marina.
Thanks for filling in for me.
I understand you've got your test in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
again.
And I've been asked to cover emerging left and right.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah, he said we're just going to have a look at that today.
Okay. So you've attempted your test before? One attempt?
No, I'm taking the test before now.
Oh, I thought you said again.
No, I was joking.
Okay. Okay. So if you've got your test coming up, you've covered everything, I imagine. So I don't need to ask you that, do I? Or should I ask you anyway?
I'll leave it to you, Cobb.
So what lessons have you covered so far?
Everything. We've done a lot.
Okay. And what would you say your strengths and weaknesses are?
Well, I think I'm really good. Well, I have to, otherwise I'd be hoping my instructor would be cancelling my test, wouldn't he?
Okay, yeah.
But he hasn't told me to cancel, so I'm feeling quite confident.
Okay. Well, let's go for a drive and I
Right.
can assess your driving.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so what can you see with your interior mirror?
Oh, sorry, I can see the top and bottom of the back window, the edge of my headrest, the edge of your headrest,
Okay, and your
and
door
I can
mirrors?
see 10% car and the rest down the road, and 10% car and the rest down the road.
Excellent. Okay.
You have aircon in your car?
No,
You haven't?
no, because I went for.
No. There's a merge coming up, we're going to turn left.
Okay, so if we turn left here, please, Tony.
And we're going to turn right.
And then if we turn right.
Okay.
I don't think you checking your interior mirror. Not 100%. Right. Watching.
And at the roundabout, we're going to be turning left, please, Brian.
So if we take the next left, please. What am I missing?
So what's the subject we're doing then?
Emerging
Right, so where am I most likely to commit the errors,
as you emerge.
or as we start the procedure for a merge, yeah?
Yeah.
Now we're going to turn left.
So if we turn left.
Is this an emerge?
No.
No, it's not, is it? turn right, please, Marina.
So if we take next right, please.
That's an emerge, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, we cut that corner there, Tony, as you emerged onto the road.
Right, we find a safe, convenient stop
So
place
if
on
we
the left.
find a safe, convenient place to just pull over and stop for a minute. Okay. So as we pulled onto the road, I'm sorry, was I a bit
Pull your
slow?
horses up. Pull your horses up. Yeah. Right. When we're getting ready to, as we're approaching and we're getting ready to emerge, where are you looking?
I was watching you.
You weren't watching me. You were watching the junction, weren't you?
I was watching as you just to make sure you checked your mirrors because I thought you weren't checking your mirrors.
So,
why would I be doing that?
What's the real bit? What's the two big red areas on an emerge that are really important that you make sure your students get right?
Your road position.
One is that I don't stop over the white line.
Right.
Yeah, which I didn't. Yeah. And the second one is the observations I take before I emerge. Yeah.
Mhm.
On both those emerges, I was on that one there. We were turning right. As we emerged over the white line, I was looking right down the road to the left. Yeah, I was steering right. Yeah. On the previous one to that, I was turning left, and I was looking to the right. So what's the mistake I'm making?
Looking the wrong way.
Yeah. What's the
Should be
danger?
looking-
What's the
should be looking
dangers?
both ways. Well,
What's the
something
dangers of
can-
me not looking in the direction the wheels are turning as I emerge?
Well, you possibly will drive in the wrong. You won't.
Let me give you a bit of help.
If you don't, if you'll look towards where you're steering rather than look to where you should be going.
Yeah. What's the dangers of me not looking in the direction that the wheels are moving?
We might drive into something.
Yeah. Pedestrian crossing the road.
Yeah.
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 Could be a car stopped in front of me.
Yeah.
Really is important that you watch where I'm looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's two that we've done now, and you've missed both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
So I need to watch where you stop and watch you at the same time. Watch your road positioning. Watch where you're stopping.
I need to do it with
and
emerges.
yeah.
You need to watch the whole picture. It's mirror signal, position, speed, look, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to do with that. I notice when I'm doing roundabouts or I'm driving along normally, you're watching me like a hawk, yeah. but when it comes to emerge,
I'm watching the road.
yeah, I won't have a problem with checking my mirrors for my normal driving. But when it comes to emerging, I may have a problem with my mirrors. But you really must look at the big red areas that I could have problems with. And the two serious ones are me stopping over the white line.
Mm-hmm.
What's the danger of me stopping over the white line?
Well, you're in the line of traffic.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, you're stating an obvious fact there. But what's to me, if I was your learner and you were trying to stop me doing that, you'd have to tell me what's the consequences of me stopping over the white line.
That a car will collide with you if
Yeah,
you don't stop soon enough.
or if a car's coming from my right,
Or you might cause them to swerve.
swerve, yeah, into the path of oncoming cars, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the same way, if I'm not looking in the direction that I'm steering as I emerge,
Mm-hmm.
pedestrians cross the road quite often at intersections, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they might live in the house there or the house there, yeah?
Yeah.
I may well not see them.
Yeah.
So, we're still doing emerging, left and right, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll see the merge coming up.
Okay.
And we're going to turn right.
So if we turn right here, please, Tony. that road positioning looks fine to me. You were a foot too far forward, were you?
Sorry?
Because that mirror was sat on the right
Marina,
line and I'm thinking that you looked fine.
Marina,
Yeah.
who are you watching as I merchant? I have just made the same mistake for the third time now.
I was watching you when you checked your mirrors,
All right,
when
okay.
you signalled.
Okay. Right, so
But I'm not sure about your road positioning.
There's a merge coming up here.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn right, yeah?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So is your road positioning okay here, or are you too far forward?
I haven't
Because to
got a
me it looks like
no.
you're fine.
Yeah, my position is spot on. Yeah?
Right, okay.
Right?
Oh right, you're cutting the corner again.
No.
Right,
No.
okay.
Where are you looking? Just as I was looking in the wrong place. I've just emerged again.
Yeah, cutting the corner.
No.
No.
I've just emerged again.
Looking the wrong way.
Looking the wrong way.
Okay.
If a pedestrian had come out of that driveway
yeah,
now,
I'll then carry on watching the road.
I would have killed her for the third time now, yeah?
Okay.
And she's having a very unlucky day to get her
so
leg
am
broken
I.
3 times, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so there's nobody behind it, so I'll take it back.
Right, and you told me that was what you were doing.
I can actually see what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You're actually watching the junction from me, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, so I'm turning right, yeah?
Yeah.
Not better?
I got distracted by the bike.
Yeah, you got distracted by the bike, yeah, I thought you did. Okay, so you got a thing for blokes and motorbikes now, have we? Yeah, so watch me very carefully, yeah?
It's just, you have to be watching the road as well as watching you, and I still haven't got it gelled in my mind when to be watching you.
So we got the merge coming up, so I'm going to turn right.
Right. So now you're looking the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm
So
watching you.
yeah, so you spotted me there, yeah? I know it's very difficult when you've been out teaching real learners.
Because when you're driving onto the road, I can't help but look where you're going. Because I want to know where they're taking me.
Yeah, but put yourself in your examiner's seat, yeah?
Yeah.
And I have explained to you that there is a difference between teaching a real learner and your part 3, because the real learner will actually kill you.
But if I'm watching him and he's doing everything perfect and he's looking perfect, but he cuts the corner and I'm watching him and I don't notice he's cut the corner.
But you will notice that, yeah? If you're watching him, you will notice that. But look at it from his point of view. He's actually looking at the junction, taking his observations at the junction, and he sees you looking down there.
He'll take advantage.
He's not going to bother looking, is he? He thinks, well, if she's going to do the looking for me, I won't bother, yeah? And you're not going to spot it, yeah?
Hmm.
And obviously, if it gets to the end of your PST and you haven't corrected this problem, it's a dangerous problem, isn't it? It's a great big red area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have to actually spot it, yeah? You could, you know, I could do the mirrors in the wrong order. Like, I could be turning right and I could check the right-hand door mirror and the interior mirror, and you could miss that and still pass all the way through the PST, yeah? I'm not saying that I want you to miss that, but you could do.
I don't think I'd be that lucky.
Sorry? but you know that he is going to test you with observations, because this is what the part 3 is all about. Are you safe to take a student out on Monday morning, yeah? And he wants to know that, you know, if your student emerges over the giveaway line, looking in the opposite direction of what the car is going, you know, that you're actually capable of spotting it and correcting it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah?
Mm. It's not the point that it doesn't make sense.
Right. Right, so we're still working on the merges, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're going to turn right.
So we're going to turn right here now, Tony. Too far forward.
Am I?
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so I noticed we were over the white line for that turn there, Tony. Was there any reason for that?
No, I didn't know, sorry.
That's not how you'd ask, is it? Can we just pull over for a second? Okay, so back there as we were turning right, you crossed the white line. So if anything had been coming from the right, we'd have actually been in their line of... They may have had to swerve round. Could have been your granny crossing the road. They could have swerved into her. Or they could have even crashed into us.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So stay behind the white line. Do you know how to judge when you're behind the white line?
I used to, but obviously I've got a bit of a...
Okay.
Bit of a mental block on it today.
Okay, so as we do the next merge, we'll get a reference point for you to refresh.
Oh, okay, that'd be really helpful, yeah.
So
and we're going to turn right.
So we're going to turn right here. So as you approach slowly, you gently brake because we're going to find a reference point here. Okay, just about here. Stop. If you can find some sort of reference point, maybe with your mirrors, with the white lines. Where does the white line cut into your car?
I'm actually at the white line. It doesn't appear to be that I am.
Okay, gently creep it forward. That's about it. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So where does that white line cut into your car?
Oh, it comes in just on the odometer.
Okay. So if you memorise that point, and you can use that as a reference point, so as long as you don't cross that white line, you know that we're not in the line of traffic. That we're not going to make it dangerous for anyone.
So I'm not encroaching on the traffic coming from my right.
So you're not going to cause them to slow or swerve or run someone else over or crash into us or swear.
And we're going to turn left.
So if we turn left here, if you can remember that reference point we just had a second ago. Okay.
It's slightly a little bit different, isn't it?
Because we're at an angle.
Alright, it comes in just about there.
Were you too far out there? Was that too far out?
No, but it would have been nice to give me a
reference point because it's at an angle.
Yeah, just recheck my reference point for turning left here.
Okay. So I should then say you may find it slightly different for some left turns. And
right, if we find it safe and
a
convenient and legal
there.
stopping place on the left here.
Okay, so if we just pull over on the left where it's safe and legal and convenient.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And relax. Right, for some reason today you're having a bit of trouble with spotting the what.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Road positioning.
Yeah, you weren't having trouble spotting the what when we met the last time. You were spotting the what alright, but it was the analysation and the consequences after that you were having problems with, yeah? But obviously, if you don't see the what, you're not going to deal with any problem here.
No.
Yeah? Have you any idea why you're not spotting?
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's clearer when the road positioning's out, but other times it's really hard for me to judge it on smaller roads. Maybe on that one at an angle I was a bit unsure were we correctly positioned or not. I had to ask you.
You know what I said to you about, and this would be a good reason to join the video side, is that you can actually print off the list of faults that I could possibly make on approach to an emerge, let's say, yeah? Because if this was phase 1, you'd be talking me through this, so therefore the faults shouldn't arise anyway. But because it's phase 2, on approach to an emerge, anything to do with the mirror signal, position, speed, look, routine, I can play around with, yeah? And the big ones are going to be the position and the look, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you talk about this list of faults, I imagine there's a very long list of faults.
Well, there's not actually a massive long list of faults, yeah? But there is faults that are actually very, very important for you to be watching for and nail as soon as you can, yeah? And that's anything to do with observations and on an emerge, anything to do with me stopping over the white line. It's really important to deal with them at a very early stage, isn't it?
So I know it's important to deal with it, it's just for me realising when you've done it.
Yeah,
Especially if I'm looking in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Another big fault that I haven't actually chucked in yet, because you were having a little bit of trouble dealing with the first one that I stuck in, will be my speed on approach.
Right.
Yeah, if my speed on approach up to the giveaway line is going to be too fast, then that just opens a can of worms, doesn't it? If my speed on approach is too wrong, I'm either going to stop way too short of the white line, I'm going to stop over the white line.
Yeah.
Right, let's go and have a quick drink. Not the alcoholic type. And then we'll come back and have a look at this in a minute.